a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Gennaro Gattuso. Gennaro Ivan Gattuso, Ufficiale Omri, is a retired Italian footballer and current manager of Milan. As a player, he mainly played in the centre as a defensive midfielder, although he was also capable of playing on the wing. Although he initially played for smaller Italian clubs Perugia and Salernitana, as well as Scottish club Rangers, he is mostly remembered for his time with Milan in Serie A, where he won the Champions League in 2002-03 and 2006-07, the Coppa Italia in 2002-03, and also the Serie A title in 2003-04 and 2010-11. In addition to these titles, he also won 2 Italian Super Cups, 2 UEFA Super Cups, and a FIFA Club World Cup. At international level, he represented the Italy national football team at the 2000 Summer Olympics, 3 FIFA World Cups, 2 UEFA European Championships, and the 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup. Gattuso's talismanic midfield partnership with playmaker Andrea Pirlo, both at club and international level, played a key role in Italy's World Cup victory in 2006, as well as Milan's domestic, European, and international successes during the mid-2000s. Despite not being blessed with notable technical skills, Gattuso's pace, strength, and work rate complemented and supported Pirlo's composed, creative playing style, while his energy, aggression, and hard-tackling style of play enabled him to make a name for himself as one of the best players in the world in his position. In addition to his ball-winning abilities, Gattuso was also renowned for his competitive nature and leadership qualities throughout his career, often wearing the captain's armband for Milan following Paolo Maldini's retirement. Gattuso's managerial career began as player-manager of his final club, Sion of the Swiss Super League, and he also had short spells in charge of Palermo and Ofi Crete. In June 2016, he led Pisa to Serie B promotion. Early career. Gattuso was born in Corigliano Calabro, Italy. He started his career with Umbrian side Perugia, but transferred in July 1997, at the age of 19, to the Scottish team Rangers. Walter Smith, who brought Gattuso to Glasgow, left the club in 1998. Smith's successor, Dick Advocaat, did not favour Gattuso and, after being played out of position as a right-back, the Italian was sold in October 1998 to then recently promoted Serie A club Salernitana for £4 million. Despite his good performances, it was not enough to prevent the relegation of his side. Milan. Gattuso was bought by Milan for €8 million from Salernitana in the summer of 1999. He made his debut with the club on the 15th of September 1999, in a 0-0 away draw with Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League. He soon broke into the starting lineup that season, also playing his first Milan derby match on the 24th of October 1999, in which he stood out and immediately endeared himself with the Milan fans for the maturity and tenacity he demonstrated when facing Inter striker Ronaldo, who was widely regarded as the best player in the world at the time. During his time at the club, Gattuso's work rate and versatility as a ball winner later allowed Milan manager Carlo Ancelotti to place midfield playmaker Andrea Pirlo alongside him in a more creative, attacking position, while Gattuso supported him in a deeper role as a defensive midfielder. This midfield partnership was pivotal to Milan's domestic and international successes under Ancelotti, which included the Coppa Italia, the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Super Cup in 2003. As well as the Serie A title and the Supercoppa Italiana in 2004. Gattuso signed a contract extension with Milan in June 2003 and in October 2004. During this period, Gattuso also reached the 2005 UEFA Champions League final with Milan, only to be defeated by Liverpool on penalties, after initially leading 3-0 at half-time. Gattuso played his 300th game for the club in a goalless Champions League draw against Lille on the 26th of September 2006, and he extended his current deal with Milan until 2011 on the 1st of February 2007. On the 23rd of May 2007, Gattuso won the Champions League for the second time in his career when Milan beat Liverpool 2-1 in the final. After winning the FIFA Club World Cup, On the 27th of December 2007, Gattuso trained with his former club Rangers to regain fitness during the Serie A winter break whilst his wife was visiting family in Scotland over Christmas. The following December, Gattuso suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament early on in the 1-0 league win against Catania. Despite the injury, however, Gattuso played the entire 90 minutes before being diagnosed by the club doctors after the match. He underwent surgery to repair the damage on the 19th of December 2008 in Antwerp, Belgium. He was expected to miss up to 6 months of action, but managed to return to the Milan bench on the 10th of May against Juventus, a month ahead of schedule. On the 22nd of August 2009, he made his 400th appearance with Milan in the opening match of the 2009-10 Serie A season against Siena, wearing the captain's armband. It was confirmed by Milan on the 14th of December 2009 that Gattuso would remain a Milan player until the 30th of June 2012, after adding 1 more year to his current contract. The 2010-11 season with Milan was one of Gattuso's best seasons of his career, and saw him end a 3-year goal drought with a left-footed strike from outside the box, which proved to be the decisive goal in a 1-0 victory over Juventus on the 5th of March 2011. Gattuso later celebrated another goal in a 4-1 victory against Cagliari with a long-distance header that beat the goalkeeper, who was off his line. Gattuso celebrated Milan's 18th Scudetto victory after a scoreless draw against Roma on the 7th of May. Gattuso had been experiencing vision problems in early September 2011, a few days before the season kicked off. On the 9th of September 2011, Gattuso crashed into teammate Alessandro Nesta whilst playing against Lazio in Milan's opening Serie A game of the 2011-12 season. He was substituted off directly afterwards in the 20th minute and diagnosed with a left 6th cranial nerve palsy, resulting in double vision, an injury that could have ended his football career. He later revealed that he had seen teammate Zlatan Ibrahimovic in 4 different positions during the opening stages of the match, and was unable to see Nesta, resulting in the pair's clash. On the 11th of May 2012, Gattuso confirmed that he would not renew his contract with the club, which was due to expire on the 30th of June, and that he would be leaving Milan at the end of the season. Sion. On the 15th of June 2012, after being released by Milan, Gattuso joined Swiss club Sion. He had been linked with a deal to join former club Rangers in Scotland, but the deal fell through because of the club's financial difficulties. On the 25th of February 2013, Gattuso was named as the new manager of Sion after manager Victor Munoz was demoted to a scouting role after a 4-0 defeat by Thun in the Swiss Super League. Controversies. In a UEFA Champions League group stage match against Ajax in September 2003, he was sent off during second-half injury time after slapping Ajax striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the face with the back of his hand. His temper has caused him further problems when in December 2005, at the final whistle of Milan's 3-2 defeat of Schalke 04 in the Champions League, Gattuso was seen seeking out and taunting Schalke's midfielder Christian Poulsen as a reaction to Poulsen's fierce marking of Kaká in the first leg. Gattuso insisted, however, that the press exaggerated the significance of the incident. On the 15th of February 2011, during Milan's Champions League game against Tottenham Hotspur, Gattuso pushed Tottenham coach Joe Jordan away by the throat. During an incident on the sideline, Jordan was seen outside his allowed technical area exchanging words with Gattuso, in relation to the relatively physical game that had been played. After the game, after Gattuso had shaken hands with the Tottenham players, video footage showed him confronting Jordan and headbutting him after another exchange of words, before being restrained by both teammates and opponents. "I lost control. There is no excuse for what I did. I take my responsibilities for that," said the 33-year-old Gattuso. But he also said Jordan provoked him throughout the game, but refused to say what his comments were. Newspapers, however, reported Joe Jordan had been using racist, offensive calls for much of the game by calling Gattuso a fucking Italian bastard from the sidelines. The following day, it was announced that UEFA was looking at additional sanctions or punishment for Gattuso's actions against Jordan the previous day, and has been charged with gross unsporting conduct. Gattuso was then suspended for 5 Champions League matches. 1. for yellow card accumulation, the other 4 for the incident with Jordan. The Tottenham coach also received a touchline ban by UEFA for his involvement in the exchange. On the 2nd of December 2012, Gattuso, in a game in the Swiss Super League, took the yellow card from referee Nicolai Hannes' hand and gave it back after gestures. International career. Gattuso represented the Italy under-18 side at the 1995 UEFA European Under-18 Football Championships, where Italy finished in second place to Spain following a 4-1 final defeat. He also represented the Italy under-21 side at the 2000 UEFA European Under-21 Football Championship, where Italy went on to win the tournament with a 2-1 victory over the Czech Republic in the final. Gattuso was capped 73 times for his country at senior level, and played in the 2000 Summer Olympics, the 2002 World Cup, Euro 2004, the 2006 World Cup, Euro 2008, the 2009 Confederations Cup, and the 2010 World Cup. He made his senior international debut under Dinozof, at the age of 22, in a 1-0 friendly home victory over Sweden. On the 23rd of February 2000, he made his first start for Italy later that year, under Giovanni Trapattoni, on the 15th of November, scoring the only goal in a 1-0 friendly home victory over England with a powerful strike from outside the area. This was his first and only goal for Italy. Gattuso made 2 substitute appearances at the 2002 World Cup, first in his nation's 2-0 opening group win against Ecuador, and secondly in Italy's controversial 2-1 extra-time defeat to co-hosts South Korea in the round of 16 of the competition. He also later appeared in Italy's 2 opening group matches against Denmark and Sweden, but missed out on Italy's final match against Bulgaria due to a suspension following an accumulation of 2 yellow cards in the first 2 matches of the competition. Despite a 2-1 win, Italy were eliminated from the tournament in the first round on direct encounters, following a 3-way 5-point tie with Denmark and Sweden. Gattuso was named to Italy's 23-man squad for the 2006 World Cup, and was one of the key players in Italy's eventual victory in the tournament under manager Marcello Lippi. He won the Man of the Match award for his performance in his nation's 3-0 victory in the quarter-finals of the tournament, against Ukraine. He and Andrea Pirlo formed a formidable partnership in the heart of midfield, with Gattuso supporting Pirlo's creative playmaking duties with his work rate and ability to break down possession. While Pirlo finished as one of the top assist providers in the tournament, Gattuso won 31 challenges and completed 351 passes out of the 392 he attempted. He also provided an assist during the tournament, helping to set up Filippo Inzaghi's goal in a 2-0 win over the Czech Republic in Italy's final group match of the tournament on the 22nd of June. Gattuso achieved a measure of notoriety for his post-match celebrations after Italy won the World Cup final on penalties against France on the 9th of July, during which he removed his shorts and ran around the pitch in his underwear, until FIFA officials forced him to cover up. He was named to the tournament's all-star team for his performances. Under Roberto Donadoni at Euro 2008, Gattuso played in the matches against Netherlands and France in the group stage, but was suspended for the quarter-final match against eventual champion Spain, along with Andrea Pirlo. In their absence, Italy went on to lose 4-2 in the ensuing penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw following extra time. On the 19th of November 2008, he made his first appearance as Italy's captain, taking the armband following Fabio Cannivero's substitution in the 61st minute of a friendly against Greece. Despite having only recently recovered from a serious knee injury, Lippi included Gattuso in Italy's squad for the 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup, where they suffered a first-round elimination. In June 2010, he announced that he would retire from international duty after the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, where he participated in his nation's final group match against Slovakia, his last game for the national side, as Italy suffered a first-round elimination following a 3-2 defeat. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?